Hello, everyone. We are live, guys. We are live. It is Thursday. You guys got me 3 times today. I am excited to be back. We are a little early, but that's okay because I want to get into bed kind of early tonight because I'm tired, y'all. I have been working hard today. I have been going real hard today. So honestly, I want to be able to get my butt into bed early and still be able to give you guys all this great tea that we have. Oh my God, the stuff that I ran up on today. Thank you, Monica Gillespie, for being here, dear. I appreciate you for being here and supporting the video. Yes, honey, we got a lot of stuff to talk about, y'all. Oh my God, this is going to be a great show. This is going to be a show full of tea. This is going to be a show full of, oh my gosh, y'all going to clench your pearls from the stuff that we're going to talk about tonight in this live, okay? Hopefully you guys had a chance to check out our Car Chronicles this morning. Very informative, great stuff there. And also, hopefully you guys had a chance to check out our quick pop-in, which was before this video, a few hours, where we shared Wanda, where she went live talking about the meters, honey. Y'all already know that was a hot ass mess. So if y'all didn't check that out, if you can get through hearing Wanda, child, because she was talking a whole lot of stuff up over there. But check that out as well and hit the like button and get your laugh on, because y'all know anytime you sitting hearing Wanda talking, baby, it's gonna be a whole laugh and a whole damn gag because she is crazy as hell. And don't never be making no damn sense. But hey, it's news that I guess y'all can use, baby. But let's go ahead and get on into the show because we have some great topics to get through. Okay. All right. So everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment. Wanda said, Miss Monica Gillespie says, yes, Wanda is a hot mess. Wanda is a steaming hot mess. Okay. Yes, she is. All right, let's go and get started. Because I know some more people are going to be coming in here soon. All right, so first topic. We're going to go ahead and talk about. I'm going to go ahead and talk about the the New York appeals. The New York appeals, the court overturns Harvey Weinstein's 2020 R-word conviction, okay, from the hashtag Me Too trial, okay. So we know that he was actually convicted, and it's looking like the New York appeals court overturns it. So we're going to get into it because, baby, it's a mess. I said, oh, hell no, not overturning with his nasty ass. Because I heard a whole heap of stuff about him. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen so that we can look at that, honey. Because baby, that was ooh. Let's go on and get into what it's saying, girl. Ooh. All right. Let me get my other phone. Let me get my phone ready here, so that you all can look with me, honey, or as I can look with you guys, rather. Let's turn you down. Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. So let's go on and get started. I know those of you that's watching from the bushes is fine, but please hit the like button, okay? Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Ooh, child. Why did I forget my water downstairs? Trying to rush up here and get this live done and left my water downstairs. I got me a little bit of water here, though. We'll be all right. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. As you guys can see here, shout out to Hollywood Unlocked. It says that breaking that New York appeals court overturns Harvey Weinstein's 2020 RAPE conviction from the hashtag Me Too trial. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into that. It's saying that shocking news this Thursday morning that Harvey Weinstein's 2020 conviction on the felony sex crime charges in New York has been overturned by the state's highest court. It says that the decision made by a 4-3 vote highlighted a critical error by the trial judge, who allowed witnesses to testify about incidents not directly related to the charges against Weinstein. Okay. Thanks for being here, SD Warren. Okay. It also goes on to say that, as we previously reported, that the Hollywood producer was found guilty in criminal sexual acts in the first degree and the R wording in the third degree in a New York City courtroom in February of 2020. It says that as a result that he was subsequently sentenced to 23 years in prison. It says that Weinstein, who is 72 years old, has been serving that lengthy sentence in a New York prison following his conviction on charges for forcibly performing the oral SCX on a woman in 2006 and R-wording an aspiring actress in 2013. Thanks for being here, DeBear. All right. It also goes on to say that according to the Associated Press, that the Court of Appeals concluded that the Hollywood figure, I'm sorry, guys, that the Hollywood figure did not receive a fair trial as he was essentially judged, okay, for his overall behavior rather than the specific crimes he was accused of. Now, they're saying that, of course, this ruling now raises questions about the handling of the case and the justice system's ability to address allegations of sexual misconduct. Now, it also goes on to say that, so what happens next? It says that, well, now the responsibility all falls on Manhattan District Attorney Alvin L. Bragg, who's allegedly dealing with the trial against former President Donald J. Trump to determine whether a retrial will be pursued, okay? He says that meanwhile, Mr. Weinstein, currently serving time in a New York prison, still faces legal challenges, including a 16-year sentence in California for a separate RAPE conviction. So he will remain behind bars. He is 72. Don't look like he's probably going to die back there. I mean, shit, when they showed him, he didn't look like his ass had no more than 3 days on this earth. He looked rough. Like, shit, they're giving him a hard time in prison. Bruh looks rough. Do you hear me? But you can't be out here doing stuff like that, sir. Okay. So it's looking like they're going to overturn it, but you're still facing those 16 years in California. So that's just in New York. And I hope, you know, he serves all the time that he needs to serve, because you can't be out here violating women. Can't be out here doing that and then thinking that your ass, I don't care how much money you have. I don't care how much celebrity status you have. If you're out here violating women, sir, you should be locked up. Period, point, and the damn blank, okay? Period, point, and the damn blank. But that's it, and that's all on him. All right, let's move on, because we got other pressing topics to talk about, and I want to get through all of them. All right. Thanks for being here, Big Steak, DeBear, Rhonda, Joyce Spick, Carla Johnson, SD Warren, Monica Gillespie. Thank you all for being here. I know more will be here. I know some other people probably going live too. We got some great topics, y'all. Ooh. I got the Mel and Mel Tel court documents. We're going to also talk about this autopsy for Kim Porter. I have some information on that. We're going to be talking about this Jeannie and Jeezy news, where there's been abuse allegations. We're going to be reading their court documents as well. It's going to be a court type of night, okay? We're going to be talking about Mendici and Yandy's allegations of them having some infidelities. We're saying that Mendici's been out here cheating on Yandy. So we got a lot of stuff to get into. All right, some real deep stuff. We're going to get into the court documents of Mel and Martell last, though, okay? Because I do have those in its entirety, so we can dissect those. Oh, my God. All right, so let's go ahead and get into... All right, so, and then we're going to also be talking about, y'all know this morning we talked about Neo and his baby mama, where she put him on blast for having prostitutes with a P around their children, including him using drugs around the children. So she issues an apology, honey, but we're going to get into that right now. No better time than right now, okay? Let's get into that. Because that's juicy too, girl. That's juicy. I got to give y'all the news. I got to give it to you while it's hot, okay? I got to give it to you while it's hot. When the news is hot, we got to talk about it, okay? Got to talk about it. All right, so as you guys can see on my screen, thanks for being here for Pamela Williams. Thanks for being here, dear. All right, so it says, oh, wow, says that Sade apologizes for putting Neo on blast for allegedly having the drugs and the prostitutes with a P in the same home as his kids. Says the full moon was out. My cycle was on postpartum built with frustration. So that's what she's blaming it on. Girl, no, you just wanted to be a whole asshole that day. So this is what she says. She says, so I'm drinking my boba tea, talking to my dad on the phone, self-reflecting, and I'd like to apologize for putting y'all in our business. She says that emotions were heightened and I want the best him to show up. She says, but I understand that you can't make people feel you. She says that I have good faith. Everything will come together. Full moon was out, cycle on, postpartum, built with frustration and a lot of underlying issues that we needed to be addressed. That didn't make sense. Says that trying to do that with the problem present made heightened emotion. She says that I'm human. I hurt too. And I want the best for everyone. She says that's all I was fussing for. Nothing more. Some understanding. Now, you can tell that the two of them had a conversation off the record. He probably let her know, bitch, why the fuck would you do that? Do you know I'm Neo? Why would you do that? Like, bitch, if you mess up my career, you don't get no money. I feel like that's the conversation that they had behind closed doors. That is what I'm feeling like. They had a conversation after this shit hit the internet, hit the blogs. I feel like he sat her down or maybe had a phone call with her ass and let her know, bitch, why would you put that out about me? Because if they choose not to fool me no more and my career is ruined behind this, bitch, you won't get no child support. Like, you won't be getting nothing. All this money you get in a month, you won't be getting nothing if my career is ruined behind this. So you better go and issue fucking apology and fix this and fix my name and my image. Because listen, I feel like that's what happened. That's what it's giving. According to her apology and the way it's set up, you're putting the blame on you because, and I'm going to show y'all the video here in a second, just for those of you that didn't get to sit this morning. The way that you put this out there, you were very, honey, you said it with your chest. You were very clear on what you thought about him and the things that you felt he was doing around your kids and the fact that he wasn't a great father. Like, you really went in. You really went in. So let's go on to the next tab, child. I ain't trying to hear that shit. She says, I wouldn't be fussing if I didn't think that he was capable of being the best. She says, I show up different. Sorry for how I communicated my frustration with you at Neo. Sincerely, let's do better, HQ. Bullshit. All right, she says, it's all this because I just want the best for you. Oh, okay, we just did that. Says the false narratives and empty promises. She says, I'll be the villain if that means standing up for the only thing that matters. She says that I don't feel bad about Ish. She says, I wasn't antagonizing. I was pressing the line for all the right reasons. Okay, this is what she is saying. Okay. They done had a conversation. I'm not reading all this shit. Like, girl, why are you taking the blame for what you saying he did? Somebody said the check must have cleared. Why did I just think that, y'all? He done wrote her a check. All right, let's play this bullshit. Let me refresh y'all memory because we did talk about it this morning, okay? Let's refresh your memory.
You know what you did. Your body slamming on the floor. Come on, police. Tell them the real you. 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 And why we're here today. Tell them why we're here today. Refuse to remove me. Why? Because the commotion. How did the commotion start?
This is her.
What did we talk about? What did I ask of you? All of that is irrelevant. Okay, so you calling the police like a y'all, guess what? Over what? Because he want hoes over the house.
We're really not gonna go through the whole thing because we watched it this morning, but that's kind of the gist of what happened between the two of them. As you can see, he playing look like maybe PlayStation or Xbox or something. He ain't really paying her no attention. She is going on and on, popping off, recording him, trying to push him into some type of altercation so that she can get it on video, so she can take it down there to the popos and ruin him. So you were very, very much so aware of what you were doing. And now that maybe he's gotten to you, maybe he wrote you a check or promised you some money to retract it, and it looked like you did, to issue an apology. I can see him doing that because he has more to lose than you. The only thing you're gonna lose is child support. He has his career to lose, plus his reputation being damaged. So I can see him offering you a substantial amount of money to go and issue an apology to fix this whole type of situation. That's what I'm getting from this. So you apologize, but then it looked like you were still trying to throw some more shit out there, like low key. But that's what it's given with that. So she issued an apology for putting him under the bus, but I don't feel like she was sorry. I feel like they said, the check must have cleared. But let's move on, y'all. Nigga problems. That's what they call that. All right. Some more nigga problems, y'all. We got some more nigga problems. Okay. Let's back that thing on up. All right, so Jeezy and Jeannie, honey, they out here fighting. Leaving bruises on each other. Sound like Jeezy out here putting paws on Jeannie mind. Now, we heard that Jeannie was saying that in the marriage, in their relationship, that she was known to have a temper and that Jeezy had to check her temper several times. It was looking like he checked it in the Ike Turnaway, because she's saying that said that Jeezy provides receipts that Jeannie Mai injuries allegedly came from a golfing accident, not him allegedly abusing her. Says it's disheartening to witness the manipulation and deceit at play. Now she is saying, Jeannie is saying that he put hands on her and that there were witnesses that this happened. He is saying that he did not. Now they are saying that they did have a golfing incident where he was driving a golf cart where he was intoxicated, and the both of them did have some type of accident on this golf cart to where she was injured due to his drunk driving, maybe. Let's go ahead and get into that. She's saying that he admitted that he did do that. So this is saying, babe, be done getting my hair cut in 45 to 50 minutes. Says it, can Monaco stay up so that I can tell her good night? Said that, yes, Papa, we miss you. So that's what he's at. That's what he's saying to her. She said, yes, Papa, we miss you. All right, so let's get into it. This is the golf cart, said the golf cart that they were on. This says that, hi, babe, we landed. They just talking. So she's showing text messages. All right, so it goes on to say, babe, says that, baby, I have a lot of dresses to wear this week. Says that, I'm so sorry, babe, haven't forgiven myself for putting you in danger. I've been uneasy and sad about it. Okay, this is text messages between Jeezy and Jeannie. Says that it was not intentional. Says that it was an accident. This is Jeezy talking. Says, but we do need to be more careful, especially when we're drinking, babe. Says that I don't think that you know your own strength when you drink. I think that's Jeannie talking. Okay. Then it goes down, that just shows them. There's a picture of some sort. Says it looks swollen, and how open was your foot? Said it looks like it may have needed stitches, but it's healing. Says stop using the peroxide. Get these two products. Okay. Then it's showing the products to get. Says, have you had any issues since, like headaches, loss of memory, or seizures? Okay. So that's what they're saying. So he was apologizing for that incident. But let me go ahead to the next tab because there's more between the two of them. Okay. Where she is alleging, and this is the actual court documentation. We're going to look at that. So y'all, it's going to be a court documentation type of night, honey. Okay. Yes, God, it will be. Ooh, child. Thanks, Rose Armstead, for being here. All right, so it says that Jeezy seemingly shares a statement in response to allegations made by Jeannie Mai in divorce proceedings. Says that these allegations are not only false, but deeply disturbing. He said that the allegations are not only false, but they're deeply disturbing, especially coming from someone that I loved. Said that this malicious attempt to tarnish my character and disrupt my family is ridiculous. Says it's disheartening to witness the manipulation and deceit at play at this time. My main concern is being an active father to our daughter as I continue to fight for court mandated joint custody. Says that rest assured, the truth will prevail through the proper legal channels. Says that Jeezy know me, #integrity. Okay. Let's continue. Says that court documents detail incidents of alleged domestic abuse by Jeezy. So Jeannie Mai is alleging that Jeezy has abused her on numerous occasions within their relationship and or marriage. All right, so it said that in truth, says the safety and well-being of the minor child while in the care and custody of the father has been utmost concern to mother since she first learned that the father was seeking a divorce. Says that due to father's post outbursts of physical violence and verbal abuse against mother and his eldest son, says that mother has valid concerns as to father's ability to appropriately parent a small child. Says that father also documented issues with explosive outbursts, excessive drinking, and domestic violence perpetuated against mother and eldest son. Says that father's mixture of concerning attributes along with his penchant of leaving bullets and assault rifles laying around have given mother reasonable concern for the party's minor child's well-being, and why mother has insisted upon father securing his weapons. Says by way of example, on January 18th of 2022 in Miami, while the couple were talking in a parked car, says that father requested for the driver to step outside of the vehicle and then begin to berate mother. Said that he hurled insults such as "you bitch" and "I can't wait to divorce you when we get back." Says that father held mother against her will inside the vehicle, and during the course of her trying to escape the vehicle, father struck mother with a closed fist across the cheekbone and eye, causing a substantiated hemorrhage. Okay. Says that week that father and mother contacted their pastor and therapist for counseling in regard to the domestic violence perpetuated by the father. So that means there's a witness to this said incident. If he hit her and they went to a counseling or a therapist session to speak to someone, that has been documented, because if she was hemorrhaging at the eye or wherever in her face, I'm pretty sure that the therapist who saw them actually witnessed that particular injury, and that's been documented. So if and when they go to court, he may be asked to come to court to speak on that. Okay. So there's a witness there, according to what she's saying. Says that further, on April 14th of 2022, at the San Francisco Ritz-Carlton, that father choked mother from behind as she was ascending the stairs, and subsequently father pushed mother down the stairs, calling the attention of the hotel security guard, another witness, stationed in the lobby. Says the father proceeded to verbally assault mother, calling her a, effing bitch, and repeating, says that I can do so much better than you. Security intervened and provided the mother protection after she repeatedly stated that she felt unsafe, and detailed in the Ritz-Carlton's incident report. So there is an incident report from the hotel through security. That's another witness. That's not good. That's not a good look for you, Jeezy. I knew there was more to this story. I knew there was more to this story than just paternity and not paternity, but visitation and all this bullshit that they were talking about. I knew it was deeper than that. I knew there was a reason why she was holding out on this prenup situation and trying to revisit it. She wants to get money for her pain. That's what it's giving. Let's continue. It says that in another incident on December 17th of 2022 at the UNCF 39th Atlanta Mayor's Mass Ball, says that mother went to the restroom with her girlfriend, says that father became enraged after he did not know mother's whereabouts for 25 minutes. Says in response, that father abruptly demanded that the two leave the party. Says that once in the vehicle, their father asked the driver to exit and began verbally abusing the mother. Said that mother attempted to exit the vehicle 2 times, and on the second time, their father grabbed mother by the neckline of the dress, resulting in the dress being torn and multiple 2 to 3 scratches across her right breast due to father's fingernails. It says that mother reported this incident to her therapist with father present, and also told her best friend in confidence. All right. Oh my God. Y'all hear this? Y'all hear this shit? I hope this is not triggering for anyone. I'm sorry. I now forgot to put up my trigger warning banner. Trigger warning for anyone that's been through any type of DV, okay? Because we are reading this straight from court documents, okay? My question is, why the fuck are you still going to a therapist when this has happened numerous times? You should have been getting your daughter and getting what they call the fuck out of there, because it shows that he may allegedly be crazy. We've already talked about it. It's the verbal. We talked about this before. Women know the red flags and or the signs. If you hear the verbal, the physical is coming next. Because if he is that upset to call you a fucking bitch, and we got to use what he said, I'm just requoting. If he is that upset to call you a fucking bitch and you are his wife, that means, one, he has no respect for you. And a person who has no respect for you will do anything and say anything to you. So why do you continue to stay in a situation like that when you have a daughter that's watching this? Is it safe for your daughter to see you coming home with black eyes and busted lips, just to say that you are still married and to save face so that people won't know that your marriage is dwindling behind the scenes? Is it okay to do that? No, it's not. You should have grabbed your things and got the hell out of there. So many women lose their lives behind DV situations, okay? So many times. Because you're trying to save face for the other person, and you don't want to embarrass the other person or yourself to have people saying, I told you so that marriage wasn't going to make it. Who gives a fuck when it comes to your life? You don't give a one. We're not cats. We don't have 9 lives. We only have 1 life. So at the end of the day, if this person, and I just read off 3 incidents that were very serious incidents that I'm pretty sure was very scary for her, where she's trying to get out of the car and you pulling her back in and holding her at her wheel, grabbing her forcibly and telling the driver to get out of the car. So that's like 4 witnesses right there of this DV incident, or incidents rather. The girlfriend that was at the party, the security guard that was at the Ritz-Carlton, the driver of the car, okay? And in the first incident where they were, like, it's like 4, the therapist. That's like 4 witnesses to this DV incident, Jeezy. The fuck is wrong with you? Now, we've heard rumors about him being aggressive with former baby mamas. And this is why I said you have to do your homework with people. I don't care how much money he got. I don't care how fine you think he is. Like, girl, you were strung out on this whole Blackpink. I love Blackpink. Okay. Now you see what come with that when you don't do your homework because you want to be with somebody for clout. You want your little rapper nigga out here. Now you see how crazy he is. He won't really low key taking care of his other kids. So why do you think that you were going to be better because you Asian? Because you thought you were better than that? Did you think that you were exempt from all the shit that his previous baby mamas went through? Do you think that? Why do people think that they are exempt or they are the exception to the rule of the same thing happening to them if you fool to be with an ain't shit individual? If they were abusive over here, bitch, they are abusive over here. I'm just saying that trait is there. If he's doing that to his son and you're witnessing that, bitch, you next. Now, y'all know that her mother, father, and brother lived with them. I haven't heard any of these incidents happen while they were in the home. These happened away from the home because he knows that she has a support system at home. He didn't want the family to stay there, and that's probably why. He wanted to be able to yell at her, grab her up whenever he felt like it, or whenever she got on his damn nerves. Can't do that if mom and daddy and brother is in the house, because they're going to step in and say, hey, hold up. Don't put your hands on her now. Don't do that now. We're going to call the police. They're going to jump in and they're going to intervene and they're going to stop that shit. So you got to wait till you get to the Ritz-Carlton and all these other events or in the car and jack her up real good. Now, if she came home with her face bloody and swollen like that, if he punched her in the face, I'm pretty sure her face was swollen and bleeding. So when she came home, that means there's 3 other witnesses. So that's 7 witnesses. Her mom, brother, and dad, plus the 4 that we just mentioned, because I'm pretty sure they saw bruises and things on her. That's 7 witnesses, bro. Let's continue. This shit kind of make me mad, low key, because I was really trying to pull for you, Jeezy. I was really trying to pull for you. I was really thinking that Jeannie was trying to be, one of those type of hoes that just don't want to let go. But it's deeper. This is deeper. Now saying that event number 22-2272, something redacted. What is this? Oh, a domestic dispute, some type of investigation. This is an incident report from the Ritz-Carlton altercation. So it's spelled out right here. It gives the time, date, all of that. And it goes into detail what happened. So there is a paper trail of said event. Okay. Location of it at the lounge bar overnight. Happened on 4/15 of 2022. Like, this is not good. This is not good. All of these things are going to be spelled out in court. And if she chooses to press charges behind this, and I'm pretty sure she's going to probably ask for a restraining order. There's going to be some changes probably within their visitations and how they do visitations, because maybe she feels that he is too aggressive. All right. I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. Let's stop sharing. I want to show you guys what she was showing in terms of her bruises. Okay. This shit is sad. This shit is so sad, y'all. I hate to hear when a woman is going through this, but women, we got to be better with protecting ourselves. Okay. All right. Let's blow it up. So these are bruises that she says she endured. All right. So it says that this is the permanent residency or temporary. Says it's temporary. Okay, so yeah, we don't care about that. So we're going to see, she's showing some bruises here. So that is what she's showing, what she endured from Jeezy. All right. That looks like an arm. This is something on her leg. Can you guys see that? Where my mouse is moving? Something on her, this huge bruise on her leg, and something right here. Like bruises. Look at her arm. This looks like a scrape. Says the injuries, image of injuries from Jeannie, where she is sustained from the golf thing. She got fucked up. I'm sorry. Damn, girl. They might need seatbelts on that thing. So this is where Jeezy was driving drunk and Jeannie got hurt at the hands of him driving drunk on the golf cart. And they had some type of crash. He was probably flying. Them things go fast. I rode them several golf carts before. Them things go pretty fast. Okay. She got fucked up. Look at her leg. Child. Whew. That shit there. Bruh. Prayers. That's all I can say, honey. That's not a good look, Jeezy. That's all I can say, bro. That's all I can say. Women, stay away from fools like this, okay? We keep talking about it. I'm always talking about DV over here. Y'all better do better. Lord have mercy. I hate to hear shit like that. Oh, Jesus. All right, let's move on. All right, so let's get into this Yandy and Mendici situation where Alexis Skyy's friend, he get on my nerves. I seen him in something else. He get on my nerves. Where he's speaking on Yandy and Mendici's marriage, where he's saying that he can actually verify and vouch that Mendici's really is out here cheating on Yandy. We talked about in Car Chronicles, I want to say a few shows back, where I was telling you guys about Mendici saying that he's not 100% happy in his marriage because Yandy is really not home as much. She's too busy. He feels like a single dad. He feels like Yandy does not give him the attention that he requires as the husband because she chooses to be so busy. She has her hands in so many things. Well, she was that way before y'all got married. And keep in mind the fact that she held you down while you were locked up for all those years. And then whenever she asked you on the show, if the tables were turned, if I was locked up and you were outside, would you stay and wait for me like that? And he said, I don't know if I could do it. Bitch, do you know how long you were locked up? This girl went through all that she went through. And then when they decided to get married, I told you guys, they didn't really legally get married. They just had like a ceremony because Yandy did not want her money tied up in his restitution stuff that he had to pay back. So, you know, whenever you get married to somebody, their debt becomes your debt. So Yandy was like, you ain't about to fuck up my money. Now, we'll have a ceremony, but damn it, we ain't going out there to file them damn papers in the courthouse. That's what the fuck we not going to be doing. So now Mendici's is out here allegedly said to be cheating and humping around like Bobby Brown on Yandy, okay? Let me go ahead and pull this up, honey. A hot damn mess. I guess this is a relationship type of live today because we really gonna talk about relationship stuff. Oh, Lord God. Thanks for being here, Inga Bruce. Marsha Ephraim, thanks for being here. All right, so let's let that come up. As you guys can see, it says Alexis Sky's friend alleges that Mendici Harris is cheating on Yandy Smith. All right, let's get into it.
Been cheating on Yandy since they got on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. And I know a couple of women that he was looking at when I was over at T. High's house about a year ago. Let me tell you something. Yandy ain't exciting him no more. Let me tell you something. Mendici is cheating on Yandy, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Are you getting this? Are you following me? The AA show is reporting live, loud, and proud, honey. And I got calls from people on the show. I've gotten calls from people in the street. Yandy Mendici is cheating on you. Alexis don't know about it, but guess what? I told her about it. So guess what, honey? You need to keep your man on lockdown, honey, because ever since he moved up out of that house, honey, he been fucking everything else. Y'all Wanda. Next case. Well, honey, you need to keep your man on lockdown, honey, because ever since he moved up out of that house, honey.
Hello, AA show.
Hello.
Yeah.
You're not being a good host.
Yandy is washed up, girl, but I think the small place at her restaurants is good.
We're not going to talk about Yandy because I like her.
I like Yandy, but so Mendici has been cheating on Yandy since they got on Love and Hip. Yandy, you need to do a better job at choosing men, girl. Mendici is cheating on you, girl. You thought he was gonna get out of the halfway house and only want to ejaculate in you, girl. Next case, girl. But I love you dearly, girl. And the food is good at the restaurant. I need a free plate when I come.
After you just said all that, you want a free plate? You think she's gonna give you?
He said he wanted a discount on. He wants a free plate.
But you think she's gonna give you a free plate?
Girl, if she want to figure out who that man sleeping with, girl, she better. Girl, cause Sierra and I'm not about to keep it real with her. I am, girl. And Alexis ain't gonna tell you, girl. Your man is cheating, girl.
I don't know.
Your man is cheating on you. Yandy, you need to do a better job at choosing men, girl. Mendici is cheating on you, girl. You thought he was gonna get out of the halfway house and only want to ejaculate.
Why do you care? You act like you want him. People beat all think they know so much about people's situation. Okay. If he's out and he's like looking at other women, did you see him smashing somebody else? It's natural for a man to look as long as he ain't like lusting and hey girl, come here, what's your name? You know, if he don't take it that far. But if he's just looking, I mean, shit, men look. I mean, hell, if I'm out and I see a fine man, I'm gonna look. I just ain't gonna initiate nothing. Ain't nothing wrong with noticing somebody fine, but as long as you don't be disrespectful about the shit and you're not looking too long and then lusting, okay, look and then look away. Give it like, what is it, women? They say like a good 3 to 5 seconds. That's not nothing wrong with that, okay? I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that. You got eyes. That's why you got eyes to look, but you don't initiate and you don't follow up on nothing. Don't be asking for no phone numbers and don't be, you know, lusting and doing all that crazy shit. But yeah, I mean, Mendices, he did vocalize that he was not happy in the marriage with Yandy because she ain't really there. She don't show him the attention. So maybe they may want to go to some marriage therapy if they're going to stay together, because when it becomes to the point to where people outside start to see things and then get on the internet and be vocalizing those things to be starting shit, that's not healthy. That's not healthy. I feel like people need to stay up out of people's business like that. That was wrong for him to do. And if you know Yandy like that, to be speaking on her, simply pick up the phone and say, hey, Yandy, because you didn't have to come to the internet on that bullshit. You should have picked up the phone and called Yandy and say, hey, Yandy, look, I need to have a conversation with you. I was at an event. I was at a studio, or I was at T.I. house, and I saw Mendices doing da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And maybe you want to have a sit-down conversation with him about that, because that don't look good if you guys are married and still trying to be a couple out here. That's not a good look, because it's making you look stupid in these streets if all these women are up in his face. And as a friend, I'm just coming to you to let you know. Boom. That's all you got to do. Getting on the internet and doing that and then asking this woman for a free plate, you being messy. You being a messy queen. And that's how your damn eyelashes get ripped off for being fucking messy like that. You didn't have to do that. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. Like, damn. Stay out of people's damn business. I mean, what y'all think? If you know Yandy that much to be talking shit about her in that moment, you should have just picked up the fucking phone and called that girl and put that bug in her ear versus everybody on the fucking internet who did not need to know. What we supposed to do with that information? What were we supposed to do with that information? And Alexis, you ain't no better because you sitting there damn instigating the shit behind the scenes. You supposed to be a friend of Yandy and you instigating your friend hopping his drunk ass, his oh Lord, his moist ass on the damn internet talking shit about it. You should have said, nah, we shouldn't be doing this because that's my girl. Give him the number or you call and then put it on speakerphone and let him tell her that this is what's going on with her man. Like, that's so damn messy. But then Alexis gonna go, because I got another line where Alexis gonna go and apologize to Yandy for her friend saying what he said about them. But you should have been saying that shit on this live. What you got to go live for again when you standing right there? You see him being messy right now. So you should have gone live right here and said, Yandy, I apologize for this bullshit. I didn't really have nothing to do with him saying this. I ain't even gonna play the other live because, girl, you full of shit out here. You full of shit out here, child. Let's move on. I got more film. That's what a real friend do. If I see my homegirl dude out in the streets and he out here fucking around and doing something, I'm gonna call her. I'm gonna be like, girl, I got something I need to talk to you about. And I hope you sitting down. Go ahead and sit down, girl, because this might be a little heavy for you. And I'm going to go ahead and tell her everything that I saw. Okay, then she need me to come over there and pull up with her. Then we might have to do that too for some reinforcements or whatever, you know. But, you know, that's what you got to do. If you're a real friend, fuck that internet shit. People get on my nerves with that. How grown are we? Bring that shit to the internet. Pick up the phone like grown people. But maybe I'm just old school. Anybody else old school like me? Is anybody else in the chat old school like me? Do you call your friend or do you not? Do you get on the internet and blast their business, or do you call your friend and let them know, hey, your man is out here fucking around on you, girl? You might want to look into that. All right. So let's move on. So let's get some on the lighter news, honey, because I need to laugh right quick. I found something that I thought was funny, honey. All right, let me go and pull up something, child. I need a little laugh right now because I'm getting a little irritated. We got to get on through this Kim Porter thing and some more stuff. I found something I thought was hella funny, so I'm gonna share that with you guys. Yeah, make that call. I see I put in there. Call. Child, these young people are messy as hell. Damn. All right, so while they're sharing, I thought this shit was so funny. I said, Lord. All right, hold on.
One more.
All right, hold on.
It's okay. One more. It's okay.
Baby, when I tell you she ate up upstairs,
one more.
I had to call my damn chiropractor because my back was hurting.
It's okay. One more.
I had to call my own chiropractor looking at this, y'all, because I said, baby, my back
it's okay.
looking at you the way you make them steps down.
One more. It's okay.
You know she heard the way she
Mom,
just sat there
mama,
like, bitch.
mama.
I know she got
It's okay.
scoliosis after that fall.
Mama,
Baby, I know you got scoliosis all
mama.
over your back after that fall.
It's okay. Mama.
Someone need you, mama.
It's okay. Mama. It's okay. Mama.
Watch you fell with one leg up in the air, y'all. I can't.
It's okay. Mama.
Girl, you might take them Easter shoes off.
It's okay.
About got you a scoliosis.
Mama. It's okay.
Oh, child.
Mama.
Oh, child. Okay. That's all we got on that one. I just had to get a little laugh in there, okay? Just to kind of lighten the mood, child, because they done... I told y'all, somebody said I would have been crying because I felt that, baby, I'm trying to tell you, I almost had to call my damn chiropractor, be like, look, I just saw something. I feel like I might have broke something by looking at somebody fall on the damn internet, baby. I think they broke their back, and I feel a little pain in my back when they fall. Like, Jesus. Child, the way she fell, Lord, girl. Ooh. Child, I don't know what that man was saying, baby. He was like, girl, your back is fucked up. Your back is fucked up, girl. Get up, girl. Oh, Jesus. All right, let's move on. Okay, so let's get into this Kim Porter news. All right, because there are some new developments, baby, where her autopsy have been revealed. Thank you, Jesus. Okay, because y'all know I've been talking about Kim Porter. Everything that I can find with Kim Porter. Because y'all know Diddy. They said Diddy child been trying to wipe the internet clean of Kim Porter and the shenanigans. Okay. Didn't even want people to talk about Kim Porter. Because when people start digging up stuff about Kim Porter, all roads lead back to him. And baby, that's a lot of roads. Dirt roads, highways, side streets, all that, honey. Okay. Diddy did not want people talking about his ass. So they said he been scrubbing the internet of Kim Porter. Okay. Yes. All right. So now they're saying that first of all, shout out to That Surprise Witness TV. Okay. She is an attorney, or she is an attorney. Okay. She is an attorney. And she also does videos where she be talking about autopsies and like court type stuff. So shout out to her. All right. Shout out to her. Thank you, girl, for getting that autopsy. Because baby, I've been talking about Kim Porter for the longest. All right. Now, I took a few notes. Okay. And then we're going to show some stuff as well, which I'm going to read from that as well. All right. So shout out again to That Surprise Witness TV. Because girl, you was giving the tea. All right. So now they're saying that Kim Porter, now y'all know they said that she passed away from lobar pneumonia. That is what was on the second autopsy. Okay. On the second autopsy, they said that she passed away from lobar pneumonia. All right. Now they're saying that she officially passed away from cardiac arrest. So how the fuck does that happen? Because neither one of those have anything to do with each other. All right. None of those have anything to do with each other. Now they are saying that Kim had flu-like symptoms prior to her death. And they're saying on the autopsy that she was tested negative for any flu. Okay. That she did not have any, her test came out negative for the flu. So that kind of, I'm trying to figure out how they got lobar pneumonia and all that shit if she had no symptoms of that. So they're saying that with the lobar pneumonia, they're saying that there could have been some type of bacterial infection, which is called streptococcus or something like that. I hope I said it right. Now, on the autopsy, it reads that Kim suffered a left bicep contusion. Okay, a left bicep contusion, and they're saying that she had a puncture wound on top of her left hand. Now, we said that something may have happened because she did have blood stains in her bed, and she had blood stains also in her bathroom. So she bled out in the bathroom, and she also had blood stains on her pillows in her bed, okay, prior to her death. They also said that there was a green substance coming from her mouth. What the fuck was that? Green substance, okay? All right, now this says that 3 days before her death that she complained of having throat pain, okay? Says that she also had that she also called the doctor requesting antibiotics, okay? Now they said that happened on November the 7th when she asked for some antibiotics because her throat was in pain. Okay, they said she didn't feel well. So on November 7th, she required or asked for a doctor to come to see her. Said that she did not see a doctor until November the 12th. That's a long fucking time. If you're not feeling well and you call to see a doctor on the 7th, that's 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. That's 5 days. Why the fuck did not a doctor come for 5 days? Okay, if this woman was in this much pain. Diddy, you said you had a round-the-clock nurse watching this woman. So she's been telling the nurse, hey, I don't feel well. I want to see a doctor. Can y'all get a doctor to come here? Okay. Why did not anyone call the doctor? Diddy, why you didn't make sure a doctor came? The nurse that was there for 24 hours, why did this nurse or caretaker not call for a doctor? Now, they said that when the doctor came, that the doctor noticed that she did have flu-like symptoms. This is what the doctor said. Now, this is Diddy's doctor that finally came, because they said she had a primary care physician that she saw all the time, if and when she had to go to the doctor. But Diddy asked her around-the-clock doctor to leave and had his own doctor come there. So that was a suspicious thing there. Now, they said that prior to her death, that Kim Porter had a temperature of 103. No one took her to see a doctor. That's dangerous. She could have went to a seizure. That's high. The original, your temperature should be what, 98.6? That's normal. 98.6 is a normal temperature. So if you're at 103, bitch, you should be in somebody's emergency room trying to see why your temperature is that high. That's dangerous. Now, they said that a strep test, a flu test were performed on her prior to her death, and it came back negative, okay? Strep test and flu test came back negative for Kim Porter, all right? Now, they said that the doctor gave Kim, after she complained about sore throat and not feeling well, said that the doctor gave her Turadol, and they also gave her some salines, okay? Now, they said that she also received IV fluids with vitamin, with no antibiotics. So they still never gave her any antibiotics while she was going through what she went through, all right? Now, it says that she laid, after the doctor came to see her, she laid in bed and was watching TV. And it says then hours later that she was found unresponsive, okay? So she was having heart palpitations while she lay there, and this around-the-clock nurse did nothing. What the fuck do you have a round-the-clock nurse for if they ain't going to be checking in periodically and notice when you are having heart palpitations, or if you're feeling any way differently than what you said was just, your throat hurting? That's different. My throat hurting, and then now I'm having heart palpitations while I'm laying there and damn near about to have a fucking heart attack. Now, this says that, hold on. Okay, so of course, like I said, they listed her death as the cardiac arrest. Now, y'all remember when Jaguar Wright, let's go back to Jaguar Wright. Jaguar Wright says that she felt like something was injected into Kim Porter or was in her nasal spray. Y'all remember when they said that some kind of shavings or something was in her nasal spray? Because y'all know there's certain things that you can put into a person's body. It may not have an adverse effect on them right then, like immediately, but over time, it will have an adverse effect to where it can take you out, depending on what's injected. Now, they did have an injection. When I told y'all she had an injection on the top of her hand. So whatever it was, somebody came in and stuck something in her. And after that is when she started having these heart palpitations, and no one checked on her, which I felt was so freaking weird. Now, they said that she had her own doctor, like I said, around, which Diddy had his doctor see her instead, which I already said. Now, when they did her autopsy and they checked her body, they said that she had a bruise on her left arm on the top. That sounds like a defensive wound to me. That sounds like a defense wound to me. What is this bruise on the left arm, on the top of her left arm? Now, it says that a lot of people were speculating, could she have had some type of fight with Diddy prior? Because y'all remember when it was said, when Gene Deal said that he had to hurry up to the hospital after Kim Porter had some type of altercation, physical altercation at that, with Diddy, where they were arguing. Diddy came for her, trying to grab her, and she grabbed a wine opener type thing to where she sliced his arm, and he had to be rushed to the hospital because he was bleeding real bad. So they had fights. She was afraid of him as well. Okay. And it was said that he was very aggressive with her sometimes. All right. So now they said that in Kim's blood was a bacteria related to feces. Okay. Yes. They said it was a bacteria that was related to feces, related to salmonella. Okay. Related to salmonella. And it says that it was 4 different bacteria located in her blood. So what the fuck was injected in her? Because that's not normal. What was injected in this woman to have 4 different bacteria located in her blood when they was said that she was said to be in perfect health and that she had not seen a doctor before this situation prior to that since 2 years prior, and that's when she got some blood work done to go out of town. She was healthy. Al B. Sure said the same thing. Kim was in perfect health. So whenever she passed away, all of a sudden, all these things is happening to her where she's got heart problems. She's got lobar pneumonia. They said this girl was in perfect health prior to her death. So all of a sudden, she's feeling bad. Now, prior to her alleged sickness, she had already let it slip out that she was doing this book. Okay? It got out that she was doing this book. I already told y'all, anytime somebody's doing a book or anything that's talking about Diddy, how do we know? I'll be sure he was doing a documentary that was going to be talking about Diddy. Okay? Okay? Erica Kennedy, who did the book about Bling. Y'all remember that? She did a book called Bling about Diddy, but they changed the names in the book so to protect the original people in the story. But you knew by reading the story that it was Diddy and other people that worked within Bad Boy Records. Now, the things that were listed in this book were things that Kim witnessed, and also it said and alleged that she was going to expose Diddy for having homosexual activities with men. Diddy was not ready for that information to come out. So what better way to keep your secret than to get rid of the person that holds your secret? Allegedly. Possibly, maybe. Okay? All right, moving on. Y'all enjoying this so far? I took a lot of notes, y'all. I took a lot of notes. All right, so Ed Winter. Ed Winter is the first person who did her autopsy, okay? This is the person who was saying that there was something deeper than flu-like symptoms with Kim Porter. He's the person who said that there was some type of poison or something that was injected in her body. When this information came out, subsequently, he was taken off the case of being the the person to do an autopsy. They didn't want him to be on there anymore. So they found somebody else to do a second autopsy on her, okay? Now, Kim was tested for several viruses, which all came back negative. Okay. Now, they're saying that at 11:30 a.m. that her body was discovered. Okay. That they discovered that she was having heart palpitations. At 11:40, she was pronounced unalive, deceased. Okay. Now, they said that 1.5 hours, it took 1.5 hours for the coroner to call to have her pronounced. Why is that? Why is that? Okay. It took 1.5 hours for the coroner to come to pronounce her, which that was at 1:05 p.m. That's a long time, because usually when you call somebody and say, hey, we got an unalive body over here at such and such address, the coroner usually comes to pronounce that person. So that's a long window of time for them to come, for people to walk in and tamper with evidence and other things, because whenever they return, when they came on the scene, there were several people there, I'm finding out, when said police and everybody arrived, okay? We're going to get into that. We're going to get into that. Now I'm going to name off some of the people that they're saying were there at Kim Porter's home when they found out she was pronounced unalive. Of course, Diddy was there. Corey Gamble, which is Kris Jenner's boyfriend, was on the scene. What the fuck was he doing there? Why was he there? What were you doing at Kim Porter's house? All right. Aoki, which is Kim Porter's daughter, the one that was dating the old man, she was also there. Kim Porter was there because Kimora Lee Simmons was there because Kimora lived 2 doors down from Kim Porter in the same neighborhood, 2 doors down, okay? If you guys remember when I showed you guys the video of when Kim Porter passed away, they showed Diddy out there looking like he was distressed, which that shit looked staged. Then they showed Kimora where she was standing on her porch where she had her hand up to her face and she appeared to be very upset and crying, okay? Corey Gamble, they're saying, was there. They said that several family members were there in and out of the house. So anything could have been tampered with scene-wise, because, when a body is, when somebody dies, you're not supposed to be in there, because now that becomes a crime scene. They got to go in there and they got to look through stuff. They got to see if there was any type of, anything that happened to this person and why, and, all of that. You're not supposed to be in there once that happens, okay? So people were in and out of the house during that time. All right, so they're saying that family members actually found her and not the police. Now, what we heard before was that the police actually found her unalive. What they're saying in the autopsy report is that family members actually found her. Now, we were told that she had, like I said, flu-like symptoms, pneumonia symptoms for weeks, but no test showed that was, no test showed that, okay? Because, like I said, she was swabbed. So the test showed that shit was not going on prior to that, okay? Now, they're saying that 2 women and 3 kids were in the home. This says that Kim had no medical history of anything. Like I said before, she had perfect health. Now, they're saying that the PMD, which is the primary medical doctor, they said that she didn't have a primary doctor, but she actually had a doctor that she would see regularly if she needed to. So she had her own doctor that she preferred to see, but she was in perfect health, okay? There was not one listed on the documents, okay? Now the doctor, they're saying that the doctor gave her a 2-pack and something for sore throat prior to him leaving as well. Now they're saying that, and I told you guys about her having some blood work done 2 years prior for some type of travel. So that was the last time that she was noted as seeing a doctor, is when she went in to have, just routine blood work. So she was pretty much healthy. All right, now they said that her goddaughter was actually in the home with her and actually slept in the bed beside her. Now, this is the same goddaughter that was alleged to have watched the twins, the one that Diddy fired, you guys. And they're saying that she was the one who actually slept in the bed beside Kim to kind of like keep watch over Kim. But my thing is, why didn't you notice something was kind of different with her? Because if you're having heart palpitations, you're probably going to be shaking. Maybe your eyes are going to maybe be running. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. But if you're just having a sore throat and you're just laying there, maybe she tried to maybe vocalize, or maybe, something was different in her demeanor whenever she was having these heart palpitations, or maybe she just slept hard. Maybe the goddaughter slept hard. Now they're saying that the goddaughter slept beside Kim, and that she thought Kim may have been asleep, so she did not wake her. And they said the next morning she got up and went to go to work. Okay, she got up and went to go to work, but did not know that during that time that Kim was unalive. So they're saying that 3 hours later that Kim was actually found alive by family members. So people didn't bother her because they felt like she may have been just resting. They felt like she was just resting, okay? So I feel like maybe Diddy may have known that, or maybe felt like this girl may have known something, because I told y'all that she began watching the twins and she started having conversations with the twins. And once Diddy found that she was having these said side conversations with the twins, he then found a reason to fire her and used the fact that she was pregnant and saying that she was an unwed mother as his reasoning for firing her, when really I felt like he did not want her to slip up and say something to the twins, because she knew a lot. She was around Kim a lot. Prior to Kim being dead or passing away, she was one of the last people to see Kim prior to her getting up to leave to go to work. So I felt like Diddy did not want this said individual, this goddaughter, to slip up and say something to his daughters, which would have maybe upset them or maybe put a bug in their ears to let them know what was going on, okay? Now, they were saying that during this situation, let me go ahead and pull up some stuff that I pulled up as well, and then we're going to get into the Mel and Martell court documents, because we do have those. My God, it's a lot to unpack. All right, so let me pull up this. All right, so I'm going to pull this up. All right, I'm going to read this. I'm going to try to get as much as I can in. All right, so again, shout out to That Surprise Witness TV, okay? Because that is where I saw this. I want to read off this, and then we're going to move on. We don't want to stay on it too long, because, baby, this is so sad. This girl died young. She had children. Her daughters are now growing up without their mother, and that's so sad. All right, so we're going to read off as much as we can. This is some information from the autopsy, okay? Again, shout out to That Surprise Witness TV. She is aware that we're talking about this, okay? Because a lot of people are jumping on this. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so this says that the Detective PQ, number 27723, Los Angeles Police Department, Valley Bureau, homicide, okay? So they're saying this is the investigation. Now it says that on 11/15 of 2018 at 13:05 hours, that Officer Villanova, And it gives this number from Los Angeles Police Department, North Hollywood Division, called Case Sloan at Los Angeles County Department of Medical Examiner Coroner to report this apparent natural death. It says it was reported that the descendant was found unresponsive in bed by family members. Says that 911 was dialed and death was determined at the scene. Okay, says that there was no known medical history other than recent cold flu-like symptoms for the past few days. Now they're saying an in-house physician prescribed antibiotics and IV fluids. That's a lie because she was not given antibiotics. She asked repeatedly for antibiotics. She was not given that, but she was given IV fluids. So there's a discrepancy right here. There's a discrepancy right here because this isn't even, this is just the like a police report type thing. On the autopsy, it shows that she did not get antibiotics. Antibiotics was not even shown in her system. Okay, she got IV fluids to keep her hydrated because she was not eating properly. She didn't have an appetite, so in order to keep her nourished or whatever, so that she was not dehydrated and all that, they gave her IV fluids. Now they said that there are no known histories of drugs or alcohol, okay, because it was said and alleged that she only drank occasionally. Okay, she was an occasional drinker, like if she went out or something like that. Now they said that I was assigned this field call by Lieutenant Smith on 11/15 of 2018 at approximately 13:16 hours. Says that I arrived on the scene at approximately 14:10 hours and departed from the scene at approximately 15:33 hours. Foul play is not suspected because the motherfucker was there. Okay, let me stop. Says that the descendant fingerprints returned and a routine search of the Los Angeles County Consolidated Criminal History Report System revealed no drug and alcohol related offenses. Forensic attendant M. Sienna and coroner investigator trainee and transported the descendant from the scene to the Forensic Science Center. Okay, says that location, the death residence was 10317 Woodbridge Street, Toluca Lakes, California. Okay, that was the address where Kim Porter lived. That house has now been sold, which was Diddy's house. She was living in Diddy's house. She never owned that house. It was always Diddy's house. Okay, all right, let's continue. All right, moving up. All right, so it says that informant witness statement. It says that I spoke with detectives Paquette at the scene and he related the following information. It says that the descendant lived in the residence at the above location with her 2 minor children as well as with her friend and friend's daughter. Okay, so that would be, I guess, the goddaughter, maybe, I don't know. It says that the descendant's goddaughter, okay, who was visiting the descendant, had been staying at the residence since 11/12/2018, okay? It says that the descendant had no pertinent medical history. Says, however, she developed flu-like symptoms approximately 4 days ago and was treated by a house call physician. Says that she was administered a saline solution with vitamin mixture by a nurse. Okay, see up there, what did they say up there? That she was given antibiotics. Down here, it doesn't even mention it. Okay, now it says that the descendant did not have a primary medical physician, and the last time she was believed to have been examined by a physician was approximately 2 years ago, when she had blood work done. Says that she also traveled to an unspecified location in Africa and returned home approximately 1 month ago. Says that she did not have any health complaints at the time that she returned from her trip. Okay, it says that on the evening of 11/14/2018, the descendant stated that she felt better and received a deep tissue massage from her goddaughter. It says that she didn't watch movies with family members and went to bed at approximately 23:30 hours. It says that the following morning at approximately 8:30 hours, it says that the goddaughter awoke beside the descendant and observed her being sleeping. It says that she did not attempt to arouse or wake her up. Says that the goddaughter then left for work at approximately 11:30 hours. Says that the descendant was found unresponsive in her bed by her housemates. Says that 911 was dialed and fingerprints and paramedics from Engine 76 at the Los Angeles Fire Department responded to the scene. Okay, and then it just goes on into what the fire people said. Okay, so that's pretty much what happened on that, or in that incident. Okay. Oh, Jesus, what do y'all think about that, Lord? What do y'all think about that, Lord? That's I really hate that. Just reading this just kind of, it really makes me feel sad. Just because I know she has children, and it's just so sad, y'all. Ugh. All right, so I guess let's pull this one up too. Again, shout out to That Surprise Witness TV. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. Yeah. Let's read off some of this too. Then we got to get into the Mel and Martels. You guys enjoying this so far? Very informative. Very informative. All right. So we got one more thing for the body examination. Okay. This is the body examination. It says the County of LA Department of Coroner Investigators narrative. Okay. Shout out again to That Surprise Witness TV. All right. Yes, very sad, very sad, very sad. All right, so body examination of Kim Porter. It said that the descendant was an adult Black woman who appeared to be reported 47 years old of age with black hair, brown eyes, and apparent natural teeth. It said that congestion was noted in the, can't hardly see that. Okay. So upon palpation of the exterior neck region, says that a small amount of blood was noted issuing from the right hand. Okay. Says that a small amount of white frothy something was also noted issuing from the mouth. What would be coming from her mouth? Oh, she was foaming. She might have been foaming at the mouth. It says that what appeared to be a contusion was noted on the left upper arm, multiple small red dots, and what appeared to be a small contusion were noted to the right upper arm. What the fuck was that? So what appeared to be small contusions were also noted to be the bilateral posterior upper leg. So she had red dots on her legs and arms. That's what this is saying. This is her body examination. Now it's saying that piercings were noted to the bilateral ears. Implants were noted to the bilateral. So she had implants. That a vertical line of discoloration was noted extending from the upper abdomen to the groin region. So that means she had C-sections with her twins. Okay. Says that the back was unmarkable. Says that no other scars, marks, or apparent signs of trauma were noted. Says that rigor was noted to be a 3 throughout the body. I'm sorry. Lividity was fixed and appeared to be consistent with the descendant's position upon my arrival. Okay. Now it says that identification. Let's move it up. Says the defendant was positively identified as Kimberly Antoinette Porter with date of birth 12/15/1970 by comparison to her California driver's license via Cali photo. Okay. Says that next of kin notifications. It said the descendant's son was notified. It gave his name, was notified of the death by other family members. Says that the descendant was not married. Said I spoke with the detective Paquette at the scene and he confirmed this information. It said the tissue donation, said the organ tissues procurement was not addressed with the family. Okay. Autopsy notification, no exam notification was required. And then, of course, you know, the autopsy people, they signed off on that. Okay. Ooh, child. She had markings. What was these markings? That sounds a little suspicious. What y'all think? What do y'all think? That sounds suspicious to me now. I'm sorry. Rest in peace, Kim Porter. Rest in peace, Kim Porter. I do not feel like this was from no damn lobar pneumonia. Okay, we're seeing piercings and we're seeing Diddy asking her doctor that she requested to be there with her to leave so that he can have his doctor there. I feel like maybe somebody injected something in her that I'm going to say allegedly may have caused her to start having heart palpitations that was too strong for her, or too maybe some poison. They said some type of poison, allegedly. That's what was said. I know Jaguar Wright was saying, and I know a lot of people don't like to believe Jaguar Wright because they say, oh, she's crazy. But I mean, why ain't nobody suing her for saying these things? Because she went into detail. She went into detail. And it's no coincidence that everybody that deal with Diddy and want to talk and tell things, they're not here anymore. They're not here anymore, y'all. It's so sad. And it's like they all went out the same way. Heavy D is not here. Heavy D is not here. He was going to put out something. And thank God, Al B. Sure is still here because he almost didn't make it. He was in a coma for months. But whoever was there with Kim, I feel like they were in on whatever plot it was to get rid of her so that she would not be exposing something that she saw. And y'all remember I told y'all too where she walked in and she had something on one of her phones. She walked in allegedly on Diddy while he was in the act with another male person, and that scared the shit out of her because that was the first time that she actually saw that. So that was something that they said that she had video or something like that as well. So there was a lot of things that she was seeing. And then when y'all remember too, where I told y'all prior to her death, that she told Al B. Sure the things that she saw and that she was afraid, and that he told her that she needed to go and speak to the feds. And upon her doing that, it said and alleged that maybe somebody at the station that may have recognized her may have reached out to Diddy, because they were saying that a few people that are like that work with the feds or the police department may be on Diddy's payroll. So maybe somebody recognized her and maybe called Diddy to say, hey, your baby mama is down here. What would she be doing there? And that's probably what he was asking, because shortly after that, he started having her be followed by one of his other baby mamas. She vocalized being afraid, but she did have some kind of meetup prior to her death with Cassie. And I keep telling y'all that what was brought to my attention, okay, from a source that said that she gave some type of something related to that book, a copy of her book, to Cassie. So Cassie is said and alleged to have a copy of that book. So whenever Kim passed away, shortly after that, her house was raided and or ransacked. Whoever broke into her house was looking for the copies of those books, and they also got 2 of her laptops at which her book was also uploaded on there as well. Okay, now let me go ahead and share with you guys her last and final post before she passed away, which I thought was mad eerie. Okay, let me share that. Her last and final post that she posted, that Kim Porter posted on her IG, and you can go over there and look at it, it's still there. She says, I trust in divine timing. The universe has my back. Could she have known that something was going on or that something was going to go on? What would she be saying? This is like a cryptic message that maybe she felt like something was going to happen after she cooperated with the feds. After she started talking, after she realized that she had been followed, after something told her that book that you have, something may be going to happen to you, you might want to give that book to a trusted source so that if you wind up not making it, then your story can go on. I'm going to read it again. Her last and final post on her IG, if you go look her up, Kim Porter, her last post says, I trust in divine timing. The universe has my back. That's her last post. Divine timing. The universe has my back. What would the universe need to have your back on? What's going on? All right. I told you guys the other day, Donald Trump Jr. says that his wife, who used to be a model with Kim Porter, says that she had several conversations with Kim Porter to where she always talked about how scared she was of Diddy. She shared some very deep secrets with this said person. She got to be very comfortable with her because they traveled a lot. They modeled together. They worked together a lot. So she shared that she was afraid of Diddy. So all these coincidences leading up to this. The fact that Kim Porter's casket was actually purchased prior to her death. Who does that? She had a special casket that they say takes at least up to a month to actually make, you guys. She had one of those special like gold-plated caskets that she was actually buried in, okay? A few people were buried in that. They cost a lot of money. He put away nice. I got to give it to him. But it said that this casket takes at least a month to make. Her casket was already paid for and already in the process of being made prior to her death. Who just out of the blue with nothing to do go down and say, oh, I want this casket made? Unless you have plans to get rid of said person and you know they're going to be utilizing said casket very soon. I've been reading up. Oh, I was was happy when this autopsy came out because I said, oh, I want to talk about this because y'all know, if y'all follow me, I have been talking about this Kim Porter case for quite some time. So I was very excited to talk about this and put this information out there because it's all starting to piece together and make sense. And it's no coincidence that Homeland Security has now busted up in, and I hope they might have found some information and stuff that can be kind of connected to the investigation with Kim Porter as well. Hopefully, some kind of tape, some kind of video, some kind of something that could be connected to Kim Porter that can reopen this case and have her body exhumed to really find out what happened to her, because the first person who actually did her autopsy, he coincidentally passed away in a weird type of way, Mr. Ed Winter. Go look that up. When he found out the real deal of what was going on with Kim, they said, let's get him off the case. No, we don't want that. Let's get a second person to come in and do that. And this man was the person who did all the autopsies for the stars. He was really good. He had been in this field for years. He was an older man. So coincidentally, this man went home one day and he didn't wake up the next morning after he did this autopsy. So I felt like that was a little suspicious, for one, because he had come up with the woman had been poisoned. There was some type of poisonous something in her system. The second person who did her autopsy is the person that came out to say that she had some fucking lobar pneumonia, when they already said in the autopsy that they swabbed her and she had no traces of that. She didn't have the flu. They even tested for COVID. That's another thing I saw. COVID hadn't even come out yet. They swabbed her for all these things just to make sure. COVID hadn't even been revealed to the public as of yet. Y'all know the government know about shit before they tell us. You know that, right? They don't tell us everything because it just scared the shit out of you. All the stuff that people know in the government, they don't tell the American people because that would scare us, that would startle us. But they had to reveal about COVID when the shit really started to get out of control because so many people were dying. So they were doing all these swabs to find out what the fuck was going on with this girl who had no medical history. The last time that she saw a doctor was 2 years ago, and just boom, out of the blue, she's sick with all this stuff going on, heart palpitations. She was in great health. What is really going on with this individual? So they began to run all these tests on this girl. And when they did the autopsy, they found out that something poisonous was in her body. And the fact that she had noticeable blood on her pillows and she was leaking in her bathroom. What the fuck was she leaking for if she only had the flu? That's all I want to know. Why was she leaking? And then to find out when they looked over her body, she had all these little puncture. She had a puncture thing on her hand up here. Get the fuck out of here, Didi. You're going to go down. I want him to go down for her death. I do. Because it's sad that her daughters have to grow up without their mother because you selfishly, allegedly, and I'm going to say allegedly, wanted to cover up something that you weren't ready to have revealed to the world because you want to stay in the fucking closet. And now that it's being revealed by Lil Rod that you out here doing these things to women, he is a fucking monster, allegedly. Okay, because he has not been, found guilty in a court of law. But with all the things that we're hearing with Gene Deal saying that Diddy paid him $16,000 to take out Biggie Smalls, and he told him no, I'm going to say in my mind, in my heart, the motherfucker got potential to do that shit. That's all I'm saying. And the fact that he was one of the first people to show up on the scene lets me know. Maybe you, and I'm just saying, this is hypothetical thinking. This is just me thinking out loud hypothetically. I feel like maybe you had your own person come in, your own nurse to come in there to remove the person who she was comfortable with, to bring somebody in who she did not know, maybe was not comfortable with, maybe who was not giving her the care that she felt she deserved at the time because she kept asking for an antibiotic to knock this shit out, but y'all were giving her saline and little stupid shit that she didn't even want. I feel like he sent his own person in there to maybe inject whatever needed to be injected, to maybe to make her heart speed up, to have heart palpitations and get the job done. His ass was maybe waiting around the corner, and it's no coinkydink that you showed up real quick because he didn't stay close to her. So it's amazing that you showed up real quick after the fire department came there, because it took the coroner a whole fucking hour and a half for their ass to come here and pronounce her. I feel like he was waiting around the corner for them to say, oh yeah, she's gone. Then he got to show it real quick because when they showed him on the video that I showed y'all, he was looking like he was so distraught. Nigga, you already knew what was going on. Allegedly. Allegedly. I'm going to say allegedly. That's how I'm feeling. Call me wrong. Call me wrong. I feel like her body needs to be exhumed. I feel like more tests need to be done. I do. I do. I feel like these autopsies need to be looked into more. I feel like the first person who did the autopsy, I feel like his death needs to be looked into. Yeah, I do. Cassie already said in her deposition, he kept her high, made her take drugs. Kim Porter was afraid of him. She was being hit, beaten, all types of things. She was being watched. He has the potential. He's dangerous. And that same mantle is being passed down to his son. So when Diddy is unalived and gone, that same behavior will continue through his children. And there's no telling what his daughters have seen staying in that house with him. There are cameras all over his house. So he's watching his daughters while they dress, take a shower. There's cameras in the bathrooms, cameras in their rooms. They don't have any fucking privacy, which I think that shit is sick because his daughters are now, 18? Or are they 16? No, they're 16. His daughters are 16. I think that's sick. But I'm waiting for Homeland Security to go ahead and release what they found in his home because they cracked open safes, hidden safes and everything. So there's some shit in there that Diddy knows that his ass is going to get caught up on. And I pray to God that it's something connected to and related to Kim Porter's death that maybe he or somebody that he may have paid to go up in that house allegedly to take up out of there in an effort to hide and to keep safe from no one knowing what was going on. Because everything that she witnessed and that she was going through, that she went through in her life, dealing with Diddy and just life period, was in that fucking book, you guys. And I'm waiting for Cassie to reveal it. Maybe she's going to, because she's fully cooperating with this case coming up with Lil Rod. And that's going to open the door and kick the fucking door off the hinges when it comes to this Diddy case. Because she told her story through her deposition. But for her to verbally get on the stand and tell the things that she know and maybe, just maybe, give the detectives this damn book if she hasn't already. Baby, let's move on though. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that segment. Let's go ahead and get into this Mel and Tel court document BS because we got it. Okay. Someone leaked it and we're going to talk about it. I said, praise the Lord. There's one more thing for me to talk about. Okay. Shout out to the Melody fan page. Okay. Let me get that pulled up for you guys. Okay. There's 3 pages. Y'all know I read real good, so we're going to zoom right on through this. Okay. Of course, we probably won't read like every single word, but we're going to really get down to the nitty gritty of the most important things. Let's blow it up real big so you guys can see with me. All right. Let's let it catch up. Somebody said, why was Corey Gamble there? Don't know. He was listed as one of the people who was there on the scene whenever the fire department got there. Because, you know, they have to take inventory of everyone that's there when they get there to put in their report. Okay. Everybody that was there on the scene that has to be put in the report when said paramedics or police or whoever get there. Okay. They need to know who's there. So maybe they could question them later on. Say, hey, why were you here? What do you know? Do you know this person? Da, 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 da. You know, something like that. But Corey Gamble was listed there. Corey Gamble is listed as Kris Jenner, who is formerly known as Kris Kardashian's boyfriend, the black guy that she's dating now. He was there. Okay. Aoki Lee was there, which is Kimora Lee Simmons' daughter. Kimora was there. Some family members were there. Diddy was also there. Okay. Among other people. So yeah, all those people are listed as there. Let's move on, honey. This is the court documents for Mel and Tel. Okay. As you guys can see in the Circuit Court of Madison County, electronically filed 7/28/23 at 3:40 p.m. Docket number, Circuit Court of Madison County, Alabama. Deborah Kaiser is the clerk. All right. Melody Cherie Rogers Holt, plaintiff, versus Martell LeVar Holt, which is the defendant. That's the case number there. Plaintiff's verified petition for the rule in NISI and for modification petition for rule NISI. Okay. Let's keep it blown up because I want you guys to be able to see with me. Okay. Says it comes now to plaintiff Melody Cherie Rogers Holt, therein after, therefore, as to mother by and through her attorney of records, Kentisha M. Matthews, and files this her petition for rule NSI against the defendant Martell L. Holt. who is the father, by stating the following separately and severely. Okay. All right, so let me blow it all the way up because I need to see this. It says the parties hereto were divorced by final decree of this court on or about the 15th day of March 2021, which incorporated an agreement of the parties and parenting classes hereinafter referred to as final judgment of divorce. Of course, you guys see, please attach Exhibit A. Subsequently, on January 22nd of 2022, the defendant/father filed a petition to modify custody to uphold, or to hold rather, the plaintiff in contempt by and through his attorney, Michael C. Lambert, Esquire. Said that the plaintiff/mother filed a response and counterclaim and petition to modify custody and to hold the defendant/petitioner in contempt on May 25th of 2022 by and through her attorney of records, Caleb W. Ballou, which resulted in an order for this honorable judge of September 6th of 2022, hereinafter referred to as an order, All right. Says that the final judgment of divorce provides the following inter li. Okay. Both parents shall encourage their minor children to love, respect, and honor the other parent. Neither of them shall alienate or attempt to alienate or diminish the affection of the minor children for the other parent, or disparage or allow others to disparage the other parent to or in the presence of the minor children. Okay. Said that the parties understand and agree that the designation of father and mother or similar designation shall refer to each of them only and not to third parties. Okay. Yes. All right. Moving on. The court expects children to be insulated to the fullest extent possible from the conflict between their parents, says that they should not be made to be confidants of a parent and should be encouraged to love, honor, and respect both parents. So it's just saying almost the same thing. Parents should act accordingly in the presence of the children. In the event of a child testifies in court, a parent shall not question or discuss that child's testimony with the child, nor discuss the case with the child. Okay. Let's blow it up so we can see it. All right, moving on to the next page. All right, says that the order provides the following inter alia. Paragraph 2, there shall be no public dissemination or any sorts regarding the minor children, pending custody issues, counseling, or any other matters related to the pending case. Says paragraph 3, there shall be no corporal punishment administered to the children for the father's edification. Corporal punishment shall include spanking, slapping, pinching, pulling, twisting, hitting, and other objects of forcing a child to consume any unpleasant substances such as soap, hot sauce, etc. You remember I told you guys before that he was making the kids eat soap and hot sauce as a form of punishment. The courts spell it out here as to say that he may not do any of the hitting, slapping, hitting, punching, twisting, or making them eat soap or hot sauce as a form of punishment. Okay, this is things that he was doing to the Eminem kids when they would come to his house. Paragraph 4. Therefore, the father shall begin counseling no later than September 20 of 2022 and shall comply with the counselor's recommendations, at which he did not. All right. Paragraph 5 says that the father shall also take immediate steps to enroll in and complete a parenting class, at which he, I think they said, did not. Okay, so that's 2 contempts right there. Since the entry of the final judgment of divorce and September 6th of 2022, order the father was willfully violated the above provision by allowing the paramour to make disparaging remarks about the mother. Said that the father has shown the minor children videos of their mother on dates with other men and making inappropriate comments about the video to the minor children. Said that the father continues to disseminate information to bloggers concerning the previous custody case, therefore placing the minor children in the middle of the parties' dispute and litigation. Said that the father continues to use corporal punishment that is excessive and abusive towards the minor children, including but not limited to choking, grabbing, punching the minor son, hitting all the children, pulling and twisting them. It says that the father has refused to allow the court's order as he has stopped therapy between him and his minor son. Okay, you guys still there? Moving on. Says that the father's actions are contemptuous in nature and should be punished accordingly. It is clear by the father's actions that he has no intention of complying with any of the orders of his honorable court, and the mother's request that the father be found in civil and criminal contempt for said willful disregard of the court's previous orders, or in the alternative that this matter be set for hearing and the father be ordered to appear and show cause why he should not be held in civil and criminal contempt of court for his violations of this court's order as referenced above. Okay. It goes on to say that the mother has incurred attorney's fees and costs in the pleadings and proof of this petition for Rule NSI and Rule Nisi, whatever, and would request that the father be ordered to pay the same. And of course, you guys can see at the bottom, it says Melody Cherie Holt, and let's blow it up. I think this is the last page. She be given such other order and different relief to which she may be entitled under the circumstances. It says that petition for modification says it comes now. The mother Melody Cherie Rogers Holt, hereinafter referred to as the mother, by and through his attorney of record, Kentisha M. Matthews, and having filed this petition for Rule Nisi, states that following separately and severely in support of the petition for modification against the defendant Mel L. Holt, hereinafter, which is known as the father, says that the mother realleges paragraph 1 through 6 and as if sets out here in full. It also goes on to say that since the entry of the final judgment of divorce, that the subsequent modification order, there have been material changes in circumstances that are substantial and warrant a modification of legal custody of the minor child and of the visitation schedule set forth for the father. Okay. Now it goes on to say that on number 10, it says that the final judgment of divorce provides the following inter alia. Let's move it up. Sorry. The parties agree that they shall continue to discuss matters which pertain to the welfare and best interests of the children. Says in the event that they are unable to agree on any matter, that the mother shall be designated as processing primary authority and responsibility regarding medical decisions, religion, and or the involvement of the minor children in cultural activities. It says that the father shall be designated as possessing primary authority and responsibility regarding educational decision and involvement in the children in extracurricular, athletic, and civil activities. Notwithstanding these designations, the parties agree that the children shall attend private school unless they mutually agree otherwise in writing. So the kids are in private school. That's great. It says that since the entry of the final judgment of divorce, that the father has exhibited behavior that has been negligent and unstable. It says that he has shown a lack of improper parenting when it comes to the care of the minor children during his custodial times, and the father continues to cause mental and emotional abuse of the minor children. Such behavior by the father has caused the mother to have concerns for the minor children's health and well-being. Okay. Number 12 states, specifically, the father has moved multiple times in a short period of time and now wants to uproot the children from the school system. The parties agreed for the children to attend so that the children can attend school in his new school district. Why the fuck would you want to do that? Why would you want to move the children? Because you can't sustain or obtain, rather, a permanent residency, Mel Tel. The children should not be moved. That's so unhealthy. It says that moreover, the father continues to make threats to the minor children, such as he will knock them out or directing abusive language towards them with the intent of alarming the minor children and causing mental and emotional injury to them. Okay. All right. Let's blow it up. The father continues to incorporate corporal punishment on the minor children, and that they only want to see their father if he will stop hitting them. Okay. Says that the father, number 15 says that the father does not provide adequate care for the minor children during his custodial periods. Says that the father has asked their mother to deliver food to his house while the minor children was there. We heard that on the show when Melody said that. Mel Tel tried to debunk it because he was embarrassed, but now that we see it in the court papers, we see he was lying and full of shit. It says that the father does not take pride in the minor children's appearance in public. More specifically, he refuses to comb and brush his daughter's hair. So he have his kids out looking raggedy while he be out dressed up. Shitty parent. And he's doing it all because he's mad at Melody. Now it says that the father constantly has the minor children around his paramour, which is Ariane, who has threatened the mother and allows for her daughter to bully and taunt the minor children and the father. So Ariane's daughter, Paris, has been bullying the Eminem kids, and Martel knows about this and have not stopped this. And he also leaves the children with Ariane, which ain't no goddamn telling what happens to those children while they're there, because they got to be there a whole week according to the courts. All right. So Ariane's daughter, Paris, we're going to call your name on here. Ariane's daughter, Paris, have been bullying the minor children. It says that the mother fears that continued contact between the children and the father's side chick, I'm going to say side chick, will cause confusion and emotional distress for the minor children. Additionally, the father's promiscuity was an issue during the divorce, and the mother adverts that she is concerned for the children's moral well-being while in the father's care. Number 17 says that the mother is concerned about the mental stability of the father as he continues to relocate, violate previous court orders, in addition, threaten to distribute a sex tape that the parties created during their marriage. It also goes on to say, number 18, that the mother avers it is in the best interest of the minor children for her to have sole legal custody. I totally agree. It says that number 19 says that further, the mother fears for the safety and welfare of the minor children and avers it is in the best interest of the minor children for the father's visitation to be restricted to daytime visits only, with no overnight visitation, such time as the father enrolls in therapy and anger management. Number 20 says that the modification order entered on February 28th of 2023 provides the following inter alia. It says that paragraph 3 says that the minor children shall not participate or be filmed for television or any other social media platform without leave of court or until the children reach the age of majority. That's something that Martel asked for the courts to do to keep Melody from having the children on TV and social media. Because he's bitter that he can't get no money from him. Number 21 goes on to say that since the entry of the final judgment of divorce and the subsequent modification order, there have been material changes in circumstances that are substantial and warrant a modification of the restriction of the children being on social media and or being filmed. It also goes on to say that since said order, the mother has not been able to share memorable moments and milestones with a vast majority of family and friends, such as Mother's Day photos. Okay. All right. Let's see. Is that it? I think that's it, guys. I think that's it. Is that it? Is that it? I think that's it. Hold on. I think that's it. I think that's it. I think that's it. That's all. What do you guys think about that? It makes me sad. Let me just say that. It makes me very sad that these children are made by the courts to be in a very dangerous, detrimental, mental, psychological, physical, abusive situation. And the fact that Melody has to continue to go back and forth to the courts, I feel that the courts are failing these children, you guys. I feel that this judge who is over this case may not have children and or understand the importance of children's well-being emotionally, psychologically. They're at an age where they're learning, where they're able to feel things. They've already been through enough watching their mother and father in a home where they're going back and forth and arguing, where they've seen their mother crouched over in a closet crying because the father has stood over her and screamed and hollered at her. We've seen him on national television, how he does when he's upset, how he screams at her, how he rages at her. These children have seen this. So for them to now experience what the mother experienced because he can't get to the mother, it really makes me have a pause and makes me mad as hell, because as a mother, no child should be made, and I'm going to say made because the courts are making these children be in a fucked up situation to now they're going to mentally, emotionally, psychologically be fucked up. And the side chick who Martel has designated, who he don't love Ariane. He's using her as a means to hurt Melody, as a means to hurt his children because he can't get to her. Martel has limited access to Melody, and the only way he can get to her and through her is through the kids. He knows she loves her children, so what better way to hurt her than to hurt those children? They are at age now, even down to sugar mama, to where they can vocalize what's done to them, what they hear, what they experience, what the father is not doing when they're in the care for that week. Tank, he is the one who actually looks out for Sugar Mama, I'm hearing. So whenever the kids are made to go over to Mel Tel's house, Tank makes sure that he watches Sugar Mama very closely because one, we already know that Knox is going to be there, who likes to hit, who likes to push, who likes to kick, who likes to do all of these things, and that behavior is not checked. So Ariane sits back and allows her daughter, who is 12 or so years old, to bully the minor children. That means Boss Baby, that means Sugar Mama, that means the other daughter. Now we know Mariah is there. What is Mariah now, 13? Mariah is 13, but we know that whenever the kids begin to vocalize things like Tank did, when he said, I want my mom, that warranted Mel Tel to punch him. That warranted Mel Tel to get a back scratcher and hit said child and draw blood from him. That is called abuse. So why the fuck does the court not be able to step in when Mel Tel continuously be held in contempt and not follow the order of the court when it's spelled out? We know the motherfucker can't read, but these are things that were written out and explained to you and made sure you made sense that you understood these said things prior to court being over, Mel Tel. So you understood you can't do corporal punishment. You can't give them hot sauce. You can't make them eat soap. And you're still providing corporal punishment to these children. These children need to be removed from his care. And the simple fact that you were asked multiple times to get therapy, to go to therapy, to get a psych evaluation, and you refuse to do all of those things, why the fuck was he not locked up in contempt? Now, I already heard that the state of Alabama, their court system always tries to make sure that the parents, both parents, have some type of shared custody. That's not always a good idea when the other said parent is not mentally stable and you're trying to raise and or watch children who are stable. So they're going from a stable environment to a fucked up environment. And I'm gonna say it like, I'm gonna be raw because I'm pissed off a little bit. Y'all forgive me if my language is too much for you. I understand if you drop down, but I gotta be raw because I'm a mother. I could not imagine as a mother having to pack my son's bag to send my child for a week, knowing that my child is going to have to be made to eat soap, not going to have proper food to eat, the other person has a girlfriend that I know hates my guts that's going to treat my child like shit for an entire week while my child is being hit, punched, twisted, kicked, all these other things that said that Mel Tel was doing to these children, and I can't do a fucking thing about it. And if I stand in and I say I'm not sending my kids, then that puts me in jail, and then the motherfucker got full custody because I chose not to adhere to what the courts were saying when he has chosen for the entire fucking time not to adhere to what the courts are saying. I don't understand it. I don't understand. Y'all, I'm so hot. I'm so mad. I want to punch my laptop, but I need it. Y'all, I'm feeling that way because my heart go out to these children. We watch these children grow up on this show. We watch these children grow up on this show. We watch Sugar Mama be born on this show. So to watch her be born from a newborn baby, fresh out of the womb, to now growing up to where she's skating, she's talking, she's being able to verbalize. These children have grown up right up under us. We feel like these children are like our nieces and nephews. Low key. When I look at pictures of them, I'm like, oh my God, look how these kids have grown up right before our very eyes, and they are made to be in a fucked up situation. They're watching their mother cry. It's got to be heart-wrenching to lay there and know your children are in a effed up situation, in an abusive situation, and you got to lay there and just pray and say, God, protect my kids. I can't touch my kids. I can't be there with my kids, but I know they're in a messed up situation with a man who will not let go, who will not follow the court's orders, who's trying to hurt my children to get to me. And the fact that he has his concubine, his side bitch over there, who he don't even love, who he's just using to further try to hurt me in the process and using her to hurt my kids too, God. Like, Lord, please don't let me grab the keys in my car and just don't give a fuck no more and just go over there and just go crazy on these motherfuckers. Like that, I don't even want to pray like that when I'm talking to God. But when you're mad, when you think about your kids, because I don't play about mine. I done told y'all, I don't play about mine. Melody is a strong individual. I just got to say that. That's why she broke down and cried after the reunion. She says, I hate it here. I hate Alabama. This is why she had that freak out moment. This is why she was sitting back there fucking up her makeup, crying, because this is what this woman was low-key going through. We were kind of looking like, what the fuck is going on? It's more than an argument on stage. Mel Tel is very calculating. And then he sit there with that little smirk when he knows behind the scenes that he's doing little shit and that he can manipulate the court system to continue to hurt these children and continue to come for Melody, all because he fucked up his life and he fucked up his relationship and our marriage and could not stop cheating. And this woman chose to choose herself over his bullshit. She chose herself and her children. And her mental. This woman could have snapped and lost her mind, and Mel Tel would have had those kids full time. Had she not got out of that house. The videos that we saw that were released where Melody was going after him with a broom or whatever it was, she was tired. Mel Tel has a way of pumping her up and doing sneaky shit behind the scenes and then running and hit record when he finally gets you where he wants to. That's that narcissistic bullshit, Morris bitch boy behavior that's coming out. That's what that is. Don't get me hyped and say little shit and keep running up in my face and then probably mush me. And then when I get ready to come at you and swing up on you, then you want to hit record because you know I'm about to snap off on your ass. Because you want the world to see that I'm this crazy person that you've been telling them when really it's your ass. Because they didn't ask her to get no mental evaluation, but they damn for sure the fuck asked him to get one. And the fact that he has refused to do so, and then you sit your ass on this damn TV and say, oh, she took me to court. She had me locked up. Bitch, you should have been locked up right after the fucking divorce. Right after she filed for divorce. Your ass should have been locked up because you've been doing shit since way back then, Mel Tel, that you've been getting away with. You should have been locked up before you did this whole revenge P bullshit. You've been screaming in this woman's face. You've been going after your children. You've been putting hands on your kids. You've been disrespecting your wife. You've been cheating on her and stealing money. $17,000 you were ordered to give back to her that you gave to fucking Ariane, and you and her blew through that shit when you should have been putting it in a college fund for your fucking kids, but you didn't do that with your lying, sneaky, conniving ass. Do you want to sit back and talk what somebody did to you? That's a narc. Typical narcissistic fucking behavior. And I can't be with somebody like that. I don't want to be around a person because a person like that, baby, a person like that will have you serving life in prison. I promise you, Mel Tel is the type of nigga that will have you serving life in prison because he done got a taste of fame. And he has figured out how he can get away with doing certain things and can go into the courts and make the courts believe that he's really doing what they're asking him to do. Oh, I couldn't go to do a therapy session because I had to do this, I had to do this, I had to do this. So now that he's been held accountable and Melody finally got his ass locked up from that warrant, now it's, oh, you did this to me. Nigga, you should have been locked up. That was the last and final draw when she did that shit. And I was happy when I found out. And he shouldn't have got right back out. And I feel like Carlos King might have sent some money down there to production to get his ass up out of there because we know Marlene ain't got no fucking money. We know ain't none of his other family members got no money to get him off no damn bail. We know that. Carlos, your name is all over this bullshit. And I say allegedly because we don't have no proof. But I just feel like in my heart of hearts that Carlos had him up out of there. Because one, he wanted his ass to be back on the show. And now that he's using this as his fucking storyline, he think it's funny. And it's just only snowballing and giving him another means to come after Melody. Indirectly. That's all it is. He think this shit funny. He think it's funny. But according to what they were saying about Alabama law, because I was reading up on some stuff, it said the Alabama law actually... They actually favors both parents having custody. That is very rare that they give one parent full custody unless the other one is just deemed to be just not a fit parent. Like you got to be a shitty parent, like you just ain't doing shit. And the fact that this woman didn't even ask this motherfucker to pay child support for 4 children and she paying for all that. And you still calling her asking, can she bring food? Bitch, where your money at? Ain't nobody tell you to go out here and get no 5th child. Ain't nobody tell you to be taking care of a grown-ass woman who can get her ass up and go get a fucking job. She is fully capable. If she can dick hop, if she can swallow babies, I'm gonna be wrong. I don't give a fuck. I'll edit this shit later. If she can swallow babies, if she can go down to the clinic and unalive babies, If you can have threesomes, bitch, you can get a job. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Ain't nothing wrong with you. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You laying on your back day in and day out, letting this nigga jump up and down on you like a fucking trampoline while he out here with a plethora of women. Bitch, you don't know what you got. And you let him use you while he's sitting on the internet talking about, telling Sheree she Mrs. Hope. Nigga, you done been with this bitch for what? Almost 15 years, and he ain't accidentally called you Mrs. Hope. We ain't heard him accidentally call Ariana's ass Mrs. Hope, but he damn sure called Sheree, and we found out that situation was fake. But bitch, he got a whole baby by you, and he ain't accidentally called you Miss Hope out this bitch. But he got to get to know you. And you sit your ass over there and mistreat another woman's child. And that's why your child is speaking fucking Chinese. I don't care. Y'all can get mad and say, Caramel talk about the kids. I don't give them this many fucks. Zero. This is why your child is going through what he going through. That's your fucking karma, bitch, for what you did to this woman in her marriage, for what you done to her children, and you're going to go through some more by way of Mel Tel. Mel Tel gonna get his too. But for a woman to be a fucking mother and treat another woman's kids the way you have and sit back and watch your daughter punk these other children and mistreat them when they already going through hell from their father, bitch. It's a special place in hell for you, bitch. And I hope Satan roast and toast that fucking bun off the top of your head for the way you done these fucking kids, girl. That shit makes me so mad. Then you hop your ass on live and talk all the shit you want to talk about you in the gym. Bitch, you need to be in a fucking sauna where that bitch is locked and your ass never get out for the way that you treat these children. That's why your life is fucked up like it is now. That's why Mel Tel is disciplining your ass now. And not that I promote violence, not that I promote a man putting hands on nobody, but bitch, that's what you deserve when you put yourself in a situation to where you are I'm going to say that you are abusing them too. Because if you sitting back and watching this shit happen, because Mel said you be over there all the time when she dropped the kids off. So if he's pinching the kids, if he's making them eat soap, if he's punching the kids, bitch, you are just as guilty by association. Because you ain't called nobody to report that shit. You ain't told him don't do that to the children. That's messed up, Mel Tel. These are your kids. You know the motherfucker crazy because he go crazy on you. Oh, Jesus, y'all. These bitches got me on here hollering, and I ain't even planning to do that. What be wrong with people? What be wrong with all over some dick, girl? All over some. Is it that good? Is that broke-ass hook and a curve with all them fucking bumps on it that good that you sit back and allow yourself to be witness to abuse to children? Who don't fucking like you anyway, low-key. They don't like you. The way them kids look at you, the way they look at Knox, they don't like that fucking child. Mel Tel, you should never even introduce him. They don't like that child. You making them like that child. And if they look any way other than how you want them to look, you forcing that child on them. That's why you didn't want to tell them about Knox, because you already knew how they were going to feel. You knew how they were going to feel about this child. He is, oh God. Lord have mercy. Y'all, I need to get off here because I'm not going to raise my blood pressure talking about this shit. This shit made me so mad when I saw this. It made me so mad, y'all. My heart go out to Melody. Melody, if you watching my show, I know Miss Van watch me. If you guys are watching my show, my heart go out to Melody. My heart go out to the, I ain't going to say the M&M because she called them the 4-piece nuggets. My heart go out to the 4-piece nuggets, okay? All of them, Milani, okay? Boss Baby, Sugar Mama, Tank, and Mariah. My heart go out to you guys. My prayers go out to you guys that you guys are protected, that you guys do not have to continue to endure this any longer, that the court systems hurry up and wake up and realize that you guys are being put in a dangerous situation. Suppose Mel Tel snap off one day, because sometimes you can hit somebody so hard out of anger and unalive your child. And I'm not speaking that over her children. I don't want nobody to say that. Mel Tel works out. He don't know his strength. You have children. These are small children, minor children. Suppose you punch Tank so hard one day, and I'm not speaking this into existence. I'm speaking facts. Mel Tel works out where he's picking up all these heavy weights, Chains. We've seen it online. Suppose you get mad one day, Martell, and punch your child in a certain type of way and unalive your child. Not saying you meant to do the shit, but it's people in prison for doing shit they ain't mean to do. What will it take for you to go and get help? That's selfish of you. You know that something is wrong with you. The fact that Melody left you, that crushed you, yes. But you caused this. And the fact that you refuse to go get help clearly shows that you are you meaning to do what you're doing. You showing your children videos of their mother trying to move on because you still pressed and worried about it. You sit on national television. I don't want you back. Why the fuck you showing your kids videos of her on a date then? That shows too you're stalking. So how the fuck you get the video? Where you get the video of her going on a date? That means you stalking her. That means you are hiding in the bushes like you did the last time when Melody was at the restaurant where you and her used to go. Like you said before, this is a restaurant where we used to go to. You don't never take no man where we used to go. Bitch, she could go wherever she want to go if she ain't with you. You brought Ariane in her house when she wasn't there. The same house she lived in. So, bitch, she can go to any fucking restaurant she want to go to in Huntsville, Alabama. Burn. That's on period, bitch. She can go anywhere she want to go. It's the fact that you are hanging out in fucking bushes and hiding behind cars and shit, trying to get a close-up picture and or video of this woman moving on with her life. You need to be home with Ariane, the person you saying you need to get to know. You can't get to know her if you over here hiding in the bushes, worried about what Mel is doing. See, that's why she got to keep catching flights to go out of fucking town, out of the country to get away from your stupid ass so she can live her life in peace. Because he can't go no further than Atlanta and Birmingham. Because he ain't got no money. See, Mel can hop a flight and live her life. And you can't do shit about it. And you mad about it. So you get mad and you see her online on your little fake account and take it out on the kids. And you know he be questioning them when they come over there. What's mama doing? Is she dating anybody? Y'all know, because that's how he do. And then when they don't cooperate and tell him shit, then they get punished for that shit. Because y'all remember before when Boss Baby was calling him the ice cream man, he was giving them ice cream and bribing the kids to give them information on Melody. And when they wouldn't tell them, then they would get spanked and they would get punished. Yeah, I'm telling your shit. And what? What you gonna do? What you gonna do, Martell? Get mad. What you gonna do, Martell? I dare you to put your hands on me like you did them. I don't care how many weights you lift. I'm gonna say that right here. Let me take my glasses off because I mean it. I'm done reading. This shit done pissed me off. I dare you to put your hands on me. I dare you. I will stand in front of you with my hands behind my back and dare you, nigga. You moist ass, punk ass bitch. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart, from the bottom of my feet. Let's take it all the way down to the bottom of my feet, all the way back up, nigga. You are a sorry individual. I can't even say person. Because real people don't fucking act like that. You need to be locked the fuck up, Martell. You are a menace to society, sir. I said, we got your back. I don't need no back. I promise you. We got hands over here. Oh, we've been training for years. We got hands. That's why I don't argue, bitch, but I will fight. I ain't gonna never argue with you. But we got hands. Boys and girls can get it. I don't care. Boys and girls. Animals too, bitch. I don't care. I'll knock the fuck out of a lion. We'll fight a lion too if we got to. But on a serious note, he's a bitch. I'm running out of words. I'm running out of words, Martell. And I'm never without words. But this motherfucker right here. I'm gonna get off here, guys, because Martell got me so hot. I need to go downstairs and get me a shower so I need to go to bed and pray. I need to pray after this because damn. I'm sorry, Mel, that you had to go through this. Okay. As a woman, my heart goes out to you as a woman. I apologize for the motherfucker that did this to you because he don't have the heart to. Martell don't have the balls. See, a real man would say to you, look, I know I was not the man for you. I know I was not the person that I couldn't be the man that you needed me to be. So respectfully, I'm going to step back and let's co-parent these children. I don't have nothing against you. I don't have no malice towards you. I know I fucked up. I went out here and had a baby on you. This is my fault that we're not together anymore. So let's just go ahead and raise these kids. You move on with your life. I'm going to find somebody in my life. And if our paths meet later on, then it is what it is. But for now, I realize I hurt you and I ain't going to continue to hurt you. That's what a grown ass man would say to a woman that he know that she poured everything into. This woman poured everything into you, even her heart. Even though she knew you was fucking around and did her wrong, she was going to still try to stay with you and gave you 5 years to get your shit together. All the embarrassment, the inconsistencies that you gave in this relationship, Martel, she was going to still stay. But it takes a real man to say, I fucked up. And I know I was not the man you needed me to be. But you know what? Respectfully, let's raise the kids and I'm going to move on. I ain't going to bother you. I ain't gonna be popping up on you. We don't need to keep going back and forth to court. Matter of fact, I know you didn't put me on child support. Whatever I have that's extra after I pay my bills, you can have it because I know you paying everything. That's what a real fucking man would say to a woman. But Martel won't raise right. Martel wasn't raised right to be a man. He didn't have a man in his life to teach him how to be a fucking man. Even though his mama sound like one, even though she got a fucking mustache. I'm gonna read your mama down. She won't dare like she needed to be as a mother. So he didn't get both ways. He didn't get the mothering like he needed, and he didn't get the fathering like he needed. Because all the men, I'm going to say men, because that's to his own admission, his mama had several men around that never took the time out to be a man to him or teach him how to be one. They were just locked up in the room fucking all day. I'm saying allegedly. But that's what it gave. Never went to no games, never taught you how to be a fucking man. So now you done grew up to be a fuck boy. You're a fuck boy. And every woman that you meet, they see it. And you got to leave that one alone because you can't stay there no more when they see the fuck boy in you. Ariane been saw it, but you promised her stuff and she's still hanging on to that promise that she ain't never gonna get. She done saw this man with several women, but she ain't going nowhere because she's a fuck girl. Period. Let's get out of here though. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. I'm gonna go downstairs and cool down. I'm gonna get my shower and I'm gonna just stand under the water for about 5 good minutes and woosah and all of that. Y'all please hit the like button on this because we gave y'all a lot of information tonight. We talked about Jeannie and Jeezy and their abusive situation. We talked about Alexis Skyy and her friend talking about Mandy and Mendice's marriage. We talked about Kim Porter's autopsy and revealed some things that we didn't even know. And we talked about Melody and Martel's court documents and things that were uncovered that you guys also did not know as well. So I'm sitting up here sweating, baby, like a honey baked ham up in this bitch. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Please hit the like button to support the video and also keep us in the algorithm, okay? I appreciate you all. Thank you so much, Truth for TV. I think I saw Kim K Chronicles. Any other content creators that join us tonight, thank you. Mods, thank you for doing an awesome job. And thank you so much, Caramelians, for supporting the video, okay? Let's get out of here. I will see you guys in the morning for Car Chronicles. Love you guys all the way down, and goodbye. Get y'all music going. Oh, Jesus.